And we are back. Hope you enjoyed those duct tapes. I myself was peeking in. Old mate Shelby, man. Old mate Shelby streaming his poverty.
I just love how, as we did the Shelby duct tape, actually we have a Shelby subscriber in the chat.
There's his emote.
Yeah, we got the Shelby sad emote being thrown down. You love to see it. Oh, God.
Right? As the Phoenix turn around. Aye. But yes, that is enough about Shelby. He is currently in bed. Instead, we have not a Terran player at all. We have a ZvZ. Big surprise. What's the bigger surprise, though, is that it is our grand finals between Demi and GogojOey.
Oh yeah, here we go. Grand finals we don't get too often here for the Grand Platypus Open, and we'll see which one will be our brand new champion. Oh, I just realized I should probably be getting set up here when it comes to the casting tool. There we go. Beautiful.
And predictions.
Yeah, and because it is, of course, the Grand Finals, we will be having predictions. Place your bets, people. Who will be this week's champion?
Let's find out.
Yeah, mate, if you could bet, if your country allowed you to gamble, what would it be on me?
I'm afraid to say, I feel like with Calibre here, I'm afraid if I say Demi, so I feel like I'm coerced into GogojOey.
I mean, I would say that Demi is a bit of an underdog here. As we just said, Demi finally for the first time this year beat GogojOey in a best of series. Can he do it back to back? I'd be very impressed if he is able to pull that off.
Yeah, we shall see. I mean, their series in the upper bracket finals was very, very close. It went all the way to the ace match. Game 2 and Game 3, but especially more in Game 2, I feel, it did kind of feel like Demi was in his element. Both players opted for muteless, and Demi was more than willing to go for it. So, yeah, we'll see. He already has a 1-point advantage. He only needs 2 wins in order to become the El Campeón of this week. GogojOey gonna need 3.
Yeah, exactly. So a bit of an uphill battle here for GogojOey when it comes to the overall score. But here we go. Our players have returned. They are all ready. Their casters are ready. The people in the chat, they are ready as well. Who will be El Campeón? Who will be El Grande Platypus?
Neither of those players have enjoyed that title for a while, so yeah, we're gonna get someone as we kick it off on 2,000 atmospheres. LE, we're in the bottom left-hand corner map, spawning all the way in the bottom left-hand corner. We have our red Zerg player coming down from the land of India. He is, of course, going to be representing Alpha X. The Shark himself already beaten this opponent once for the first time in 2021. Now he just needs to do it again. He is Demi.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of 2,000 atmospheres LE, we have the Hong Kong Zerg player representing the Juggernauts. It is GogojOey.
Oh boy.
Here we go. So again, we've said it a couple of times now, but Demi does have a 1-0 advantage in this best of 5, so GogojOey is going to have to work that much harder if he wants to catch up in this series. Also, something important to note is that now that they had a series earlier today, GogojOey has a little bit more to work off of, a little bit more information, and I will be so surprised if he tries to go mutas again versus Demi, especially if he scouts Aspire, like if he tries to go into muta versus muta.
Yeah, you should have learned this lesson by now. You don't tangle with the Muta King with mutas. You go a different direction. You go Hydras, you go Corruptors, something to be able to deal with that. But yeah, we'll see. For as much information GogojOey has been able to glean after the initial series, Demi has had even more. Because he's been able to watch GogojOey versus Meal Micah.
True.
You know, it's like GogojOey, maybe going for those Ling Bane plays early on.
Yeah, at the same time, you could also argue that because it was a Miyamika series, like, did Demi really learn much? They were very...
He learned why not to go for Broodlords.
Yeah,
versus Hydra Lurker Viper.
He learned things that he already knew. He's like...
Well, it just reinforced the
Yeah.
lessons in his head.
Yeah. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was like, maybe. Then he saw that, he's like, no, mate, no, it's not.
Yeah.
Oh, God. So, yeah, I'm very curious to see how this will get played out. Again, as you were saying, like, you don't want to go mutas against Demi unless you're, a muta king of your own, like, like a Hyman, right? Like a Jim Rising or something. That's ZvZ I want to see.
They apparently not. Yeah. We need to get that
Oh, God.
one day.
That would be beautiful, mate. That would be absolutely beautiful. Meanwhile, so far, both players have taken their third bases. Neither of our players have decided to take a Baneling Nest, which is a little bit surprising to me. They're both going to be being aggressive with Lings, but no one has availability to Banelings. Access.
They do not.
Oh my God.
So many links are coming off of both players.
Yeah.
Link B gonna finish up at around the same time too.
Oh God, the insert Spider-Man meme here is both players are actually mirroring each other. Both players even throwing down their Roach Warrens at the same time as well.
Huh. Alright, so who pulls it off better is gonna be the question.
Yeah, exactly. As so far, no one has engaged yet. There we go. GogojOey finally turns around with his reinforcements, but Demi just has far too many Lings here, so GogojOey, he's forced all the way back. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I tried to go for a flank, but you can't exactly flank your opponent when they have that much more supply than you do.
Oh, God, exactly. We have 18 more Lings on the way, but it looks like that base is getting low. He's gonna get it!
And it will get taken out.
Ooh, brutal here. GogojOey just didn't make as many Lings as Demi. Demi was able to dominate the fights on the ground and take out that third base.
Yeah, they both made a whole ton of Lings to start with, but Demi did not stop that Ling production. GogojOey did. And now he pays the price for it.
Yeah, exactly. Now it's on GogojOey. Now he has to try and do the same thing to Demi, but unfortunately, Demi, he's already working on Roaches.
Yeah, most of his links from earlier still survived, and funnily enough, he still has more links than GogojOey. As you were saying, he's working on his Roaches, so he's not neglecting his next phase of the game. It is going to take something real drastic for Demi to give up how ahead he is right now.
Yeah, exactly. The one thing going GogojOey's way is +1, so he will have an upgrade advantage. But when it comes to the overall numbers, like again, his third base is so late, he's down. Oh, actually, he's ahead when it comes to workers, but that's also a scary thing because Demi is making nothing but army.
That he is. You can definitely get away with being down an upgrade, if so long as you have the higher numbers and the superior position. Demi is about to have both.
Yeah, exactly. In the middle of moving out, GogojOey tries to go for a bit of a Ling run by, but the Lings of Demi are here to meet his, and the Roaches are going across the map. Demi, he is going for the kill. GogojOey needs spines. He only just now starts them. He needed to start like 3 spines like 30 seconds ago.
Instead, he has 1 spine. Now. Or not even now. He has 1 spine 30 seconds in the future.
Exactly. The boys need to be pulled. Demi is here, and GogojOey barely has anything. The Lings close the distance. They get on top of the army of GogojOey. GogojOey, he tries to force an engagement into a choke point here to reduce surface area, but he just doesn't have the numbers.
Yeah, and even if he does find this choke point, every single drone is being taken out by this natural base. His third base is in a little bit of trouble, and in the end, Demi still has enough to break through up on top of this ramp.
Yeah, exactly. Demi, after getting the third base, had so much momentum. It's so difficult to come back from that in a mirror matchup, and Demi breaks on through. GG gets called, and Demi takes our game, and now he's up 2-1. Sorry, 2-0.
He's on match point already!
Match point!
That's the game that lasted 5 minutes!
Ah.
Yes, it's 5 more minutes.
GG. Wow. What's interesting about that game as well is that, again, both players were doing the exact same thing, but Demi just did execute it a little bit better there.
Much, much better. And it is honestly a little bit surprising, as we normally look at GogojOey, we think of him as being the most aggressive player. Demi a little bit more reactive. This time the tables were completely flipped. Demi was so aggressive with his Ling production. He wanted to make sure he was in control of the game start to finish, and he was.
Exactly. I think you raised a very good point that I honestly kind of forgot. When we looked at the Zerg Muta triangle, or the Zergs in the Southeast Asian region, Demi has always been the more defensive player, the more macro-oriented player. So it's great to see him break out of that kind of mold that he was stuck in for a long time. Like, that was his disadvantage. You know, the other players, the other Zerg players in his series would be the ones to like dictate the pace of the game. But now we see him kind of look at his playstyle and kind of reform himself a little bit. Refurbish?
Yeah, to take...
Reinvent.
Refurbish, yeah. Reinvent, yeah. Repugnancy. Repugnancy. Rewhite.
Oh.
But yeah, to take... but yeah, continuing on what you were saying, Demi, you know, being a lot more active in dictating the pace of the game, to take it against GogojOey of all players, who is the player who wants to be in control in the ZvZ, that is impressive. 100%. And now we are going to be continuing our series on Pride of Altaris LE. We're in the top left-hand corner map, starting all the way in the top left-hand corner. We, of course, have our red Zerg player already up 2-0 in this best-of-5 grand finals. He only is un momento, por favor. And he beats a player who he has never beaten for the entire year, not once, but twice, to claim his Grand Platypus Open championship. Let's see if he brings it all the way home. He is representing Alpha X, the Shock himself. He is Demi.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Pride of Altaris LE, we have the Hong Kong Zerg player, the King of Hong Kong, representing the Juggernauts, currently down 0-2. He needs to win this game to stay in this tournament. It is GogojOey.
How will he do it? Will it be with the gold base? That's what I want to know.
Probably not. Again, I would have loved a gold base, you know, in the Miyamika series, but against Demi, it feels a little bit more riskier to try and do something like that.
It is, in all fairness.
But we shall see. So far, both players are mirroring each other. No one is diverging away from this kind of opener here. Just going for their hatch gas pool.
Indeed, they are. Would not be surprised if we see a Baneless get thrown down beyond this, at least for GogojOey, because Demi is doing what he did on Blackburn. He is going straight into +1 melee, and so is GogojOey!
Yes, he is. Again, both players have the same plan on the same map 2 games in a row, but Demi's Evo Chamber is much faster, as again, it looks like he wants to skip plus or delay speed for a faster +1 melee.
Like so.
Yeah,
and of course you want to be researching +1 melee first. Just with how much longer it is to research compared to Link speed, there is a way to line it up.
Yeah, you can line it up quite nicely here. So again, both players are going to be going for a Ling's Flood. It will all come down to control, and it'll all come down to who, like, does anyone flinch? You know, does anyone falter in their execution here?
And I have to be optimistic for Demi here, and a little bit more pessimistic for GogojOey if that is the case. Just because of what we've seen on 2000 Atmospheres, how much of a better position Demi was able to get consistently, and just the fact that Demi did not let up when it came to holding down the C key.
Yeah, exactly. We can already see a little bit of a difference here. This is already looking a little bit better for Demi. Demi does go for his 3rd base at a regular time, which means he'll have access to so much more lava. Meanwhile, GogojOey does stay on 2 bases for much, much longer, actually prioritizing a 3rd queen to be safe instead, delaying his 3rd.
Yeah, I guess we're not going to be seeing GogojOey across the map for a little while then.
I mean, of course, he still does want a Ling Flood, but...
he just wants to counterattack Ling Flood instead of straight go for the Ling Flood.
Meanwhile, we do see Demi already working on that bank of Lings. Both players even making nothing but Lings at this point. Here we go, no more drones in production, but Demi, again, will have access to a little bit more lava, a little bit faster.
Indeed, he will. Baneless is going to finish up at about the same time for both players, so... Again, comes down to who can split, who can micro better in these split-second scenarios.
Yeah, it's going to be brutal, mates. Again, who is going to get a good Baneley connection? That's what it's going to come down to. As GogojOey, he's going across the map.
And Demi sees this. He's well aware of the links coming his way. Baneless just finishes up, and he's working on 4 safety banes. It only takes 1, but he's gonna have 4.
Exactly. There are more than enough links here for Demi. He just completely collapses on the army of GogojOey, and again, GogojOey just loses so much momentum.
Yeah, I stand corrected. Apparently, it only takes less than 1.
It's less than 1,
So he's able to get a good surround, but now the tables are starting to turn. GogojOey does have a couple of links about to pop up. Demi recognizes this. His own Banes are a little bit far behind.
Here they go. They're running up this ramp. Oh,
no! Demi almost pulls a me, oh my god.
And GogojOey, unfortunately, with the move command, he definitely could have gotten a great connection there, as they were touching tips, but GogojOey, he didn't go for it.
Take my hand! No.
Oh god, meanwhile, we do have a very big link run by here. GogojOey does get into the main base of Demi. He's going to be dealing some damage.
Yeah, there are no defenses here. All the safety banes from earlier were sent across the map. Demi connects a couple links to the bane links of GogojOey. They actually both get about similar-ish amount of worker kills. But, of course, Demi was neglecting his drones for a little while longer. GogojOey is just securing his lead.
GogojOey takes a beautifully engaged trade there, again coming out far ahead, and he was able to squeeze out all those drones that you were talking about earlier. Meanwhile, a very important factor that I was going to bring up, but I mean things were going down, is that after +1 melee finished, GogojOey went straight into +1 carapace.
Yeah, it's about to finish up right now. This means he can afford to be a little bit more reckless with his lings, as opposed to Demi, who still needs to babysit them very, very well. He still needs to... He cannot afford to take any hits compared to GogojOey, who can afford to connect one baneling with a couple of his own lings.
Meanwhile, now it's go time. Demi needs some spines at home, mate, because GogojOey is pulling the trigger. He's going all in. He has all the drones he needs. He's making nothing but Ling Bane and just running across the map with his queens. Meanwhile, Demi is trying to go into mutas.
Oh, that was not the most favorable trade for Demi. He's hedging a lot on getting that one perfect baneling connection, and in fairness, if he can get it, then he will get it. Yeah. If he gets it.
Exactly. We'll see how the control is going to be. A lot of these banelings do get baited out. Actually, oh my god, the banelings of GogojOey want to go into the middle line, or they just go forward.
They do. Meanwhile, the lings are... I was wondering where the lings of GogojOey are, and they were not in this fight because they were going straight into the natural base. GG, GogojOey fights back. Ensures that he does not get 3-0'd.
GG, well played. Even though GogojOey had a rough start to the game, again, he was committed. He was the one planning to just go for another massive Ling and Queen counterattack off the bat of that. That's why he did have +1 carapace on the way. Meanwhile, Demi was being a little bit greedier, teching up, going into a lair, and then going into that spire.
Yeah, I find it hard to blame him. You know, mutas are kind of his forte. It's kind of his element, but it's Demi we're talking about. But he just didn't have the time. Unfortunately, GogojOey wasn't giving him the time.
Yeah, exactly. GG. Well played there by Demi. The other thing is that unfortunately, he didn't have any banelings at his natural base. They were all at his third, so because of that, that Ling run by really was kind of the clinch, the nail in the coffin that GogojOey needed. And he fights back in this series. As you said, I'm glad that this isn't one-sided.
I was really worried that that's what it was going to be. Yeah. But it turns out it is going to be not that.
Oh, exactly, man. Exactly.
I'm very whatchamacallit with my words. As you can tell.
Oh, God. Is there a baneling emote? Where's the baneling emote?
There is.
Where?
There is.
Where is it?
Here.
I was looking for why is there no carbot baneling emote?
I see.
Shaking my head, mate. Shaking my head.
Well, because we have the carbot Ling.
¿Por qué no los dos?
Because drawing is hard. He has to draw the emote every time you post it. I hope you realize that. We are going to be continuing our series now on Curious Minds LE. We're in the top left-hand corner map, starting all the way in the top left-hand corner. Getting 12 fooled, we have the red Zug player coming out from the land of India, the best player from India, representing Alpha X. He is Demi.
And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Curious Minds LE, going for the 12 pool opener, we have the Hong Kong Zerg player himself representing the Juggernauts. It is GogojOey.
Now I'm worried for GogojOey.
This madman is not going for a natural. What?
He is not at all. He is hyper committed to this pool, to his 12th pool. Will he pull the boys? That's what I want to know.
Well, he made a queen, so he shouldn't be pulling the boys, but he did delay his natural base for the queen instead. So, interesting decision here, staying on one base for much longer, as the lings are going to be coming across the map. Oh boy.
They will. I'm honestly pretty... I don't know, when I saw that 12 fool, I was honestly pretty optimistic for Demi, because I just thought, well, before he reinvented himself, so to speak, he was kind of known for his defense, as you were pointing out earlier in this series, but yeah, we are on Curious Minds, which is a much shorter rush distance.
Yeah, the lings are already here. Demi did go for a hatch gas pool, so again, he did delay his spawning pool. He has to pull the boys, and the boys are on the way.
We get a surround on these
God.
things. One drone gets low, but Demi does pull that back. Hatchery actually taking quite a beating. There are a couple more lings about to get in position.
Oh, one drone does get picked off. More lings are showing up here, but the lings of Demi are now on the way. Same with the queen. With this, he should be able to hold on. Shouldn't lose the hatchery.
Shouldn't. It's getting really low, but yeah, he's just about got this now.
Yeah, exactly. In the end, Demi does defend, but a lot of lost mining time, and he did lose one of his drones.
Yeah, one of his drones is Overlord as well across the map.
Oh my god. Yeah. This queen.
For comfort. Yeah. This is GogojOey has been learning from Mio Micah.
Yeah, that was straight up a Mio Micah move there. That's why he prioritized his queen. He injected, then just went out and hunted down an Overlord.
Just like so.
Oh, meanwhile, it looks like Demi has regained control of his side of the map, and interesting, he's looking to... Oh, sorry, that was actually GogojOey. I was like, more gases? It makes sense. Because of the delayed gas, GogojOey is going for 2 gases at once.
Yeah, he needs some way of getting link speed here. Or literally anything.
Yeah,
aside from soul lings.
Yeah, speaking of link speed, Demi actually delaying his own link speed by quite a bit.
Oh, Lair? Maybe? He pulls out of gas.
He does pull out of gas. I'd be surprised if he skips it. Roach Warren is already on the way from... Like, GogojOey is skipping link speed, but that makes sense because he 12 pulled.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Lair?
We shall see.
Setting up a bit of a wall.
Yeah, the wall is now on the way. We should be seeing a Roach Warren. Meanwhile, GogojOey tries to get a scout off, but is denied access into the natural.
Yeah, doesn't see this Roach Warren get thrown down either.
Yep. As the Lair is on the way, gases are being taken here. This is feeling a little bit like 2-base Muta, but we'll see what Demi decides to go for. Meanwhile, he has to be careful because GogojOey, he's working on +1 range. Like, again, roaches are going to be the name of the game for GogojOey.
Demi as well, but of course GogojOey will have them out much quicker than Demi will. I mean, he's already working on 3 of them.
Yeah.
Demi only now finishing up the Roach Warren.
Exactly. The big difference is that Demi does have map control, so Demi can go for a faster 3rd base for that lava and for those drones if he so wished.
I hope he does.
Yeah, he's going for it.
Yeah.
So 3rd base will be on the way, but this will be the next point of contention because Roach is being pumped out for GogojOey, and because Demi doesn't have link speed, lings to reinforce and surround Roaches, we're not really going to see that. That we aren't.
For now, anyway. Reconstitution first being researched for Demi makes sense as he gets the much quicker lair, but will that matter in the end if GogojOey gets Nidus out?
That's going to be hard to do without a lair. As GogojOey did not get a lair,
It will.
he is banking up these roaches. He wants to be a bit of a surprise here. The Overseer comes in, and now here we go. GogojOey, he's pulling the trigger.
Yeah, pushing across the map slowly but surely. You can't get away with not having roach speed on Curious Minds after all. Demi is aware of what's coming his way. He's down on a lot of army supply. Does he have any spines? What I want to know.
No spines whatsoever. He does have a couple of roaches here, but the queens are about to show up as well to help and add those transfuses with the roaches.
Yeah, GogojOey has much more energy on his queens. The hatchery will finish up here for Demi, so we will have a little larva for defender's advantage. It's targeting down the queens.
Yeah, one of the queens does fall, the high energy queen at that, but the third base is exposed. But again, the longer this goes on, the better it is for Demi. He just finished up +1.
Indeed, he did. Dodges some biles really nicely. It is a really good arc for Demi. GogojOey had a little bit of a higher army supply, but effectively, not all of that supply was fighting. Now, the army is kind of split for GogojOey. Some of it is fighting the army of Demi, some of it is attacking the hatchery. Demi will hold on to his third base.
Yeah, he will just barely hold on to that third. Demi has defended. Now GogojOey's in a really rough place. To be fair, the worker count is pretty even, but Demi has roach speed, so he can chase all of this down.
Like so, he can isolate the roaches with his own roaches.
Yeah, exactly. Now it's Demi's turn to be the aggressor here. GogojOey will have defender's advantage. He will have queens, he will have roaches, so it'll be hard for Demi to break through, and Demi recognizes that, so he does back off.
He's content with being able to hold on to his third base. Both his third and his natural are so low, by the way.
Yeah, like this
would
would have
Demi
been...
just doesn't give him up.
This would have been so different if GogojOey got the third. Then he would be okay, but now he is pretty behind. Roach speed only just now finishes. Without roach speed, he cannot be aggressive.
Yeah, it's a bit of a consolation, I suppose. GogojOey is quite a bit ahead when it comes to the worker count, and will be able to saturate that that third base a little bit quicker than Demi. But as you were saying, tech-wise, everything is in Demi's hands.
Exactly. Oh boy, now my eyes are on Demi. Is he going to try and end the game before GogojOey can take advantage of his upgrades? That is the question here, and I would hope so. Like Demi, he's finally droned up. He's getting fully saturated on 3 bases. Now going to be soon working on those roaches, as he does have 5 overlords in production.
Yeah, just trying to make sure that he will not have to worry about getting supply capped at all as he builds up his army.
Yeah, exactly. Does start +2, so he can, like, again, try and hit the timing with that, but GogojOey is ahead when it comes to the upgrades. Just +2, though. He actually never started Carapace.
Yeah, I don't believe he has it. Well, he has the gas for it now. There we go, he gets it.
Yeah,
he was starving for gas for quite some time.
He's very far behind when it comes to those upgrades, but other than that, things are evening up here. You know, the drone counts are evening up. What I will say though is that GogojOey still has a bit of an advantage when it comes to how low this space is. Like, GogojOey just has to dip in, get like 2 volleys off, get a kill in the hatchery, and then back off. He doesn't have to commit to like a big fight. Yeah,
he really does not. Which is why Demi has to make sure that no matter what, the fight doesn't happen in this location.
Yeah.
But it's gonna.
GogojOey, he's moving out, but Demi has eyes on this. He does have overlords out of the map, so GogojOey has to be careful with how he moves.
Yeah, some creep spread as well. Demi can do a lot to reposition his army and try to fight in this location. Probably not up a ramp like this. Or maybe up a ramp like this. Still has a slightly better position fighting from the low ground.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, GogojOey does get a couple of extra hits in here, but he's down when it comes to the army supply. He has to respect the army of Demi, and he will back off.
Just like so.
Oh god,
get
exactly.
on top of this is quite able to do so.
But now Demi has to be careful because, mate, GogojOey +2, it's gonna finish up.
It is gonna finish up. Demi's is still a little bit behind in that regard, but it's about to finish up pretty quickly, and Demi does have Carapace, which negates +2 a little bit. They're both about to have 2-2. Or 2-1, I should say, not 2-2.
Exactly, that they are. Meanwhile, GogojOey still hasn't felt comfortable enough to send like a harassment force out to hit one of the bases. Demi backs off. Ooh, his queens are exposed though. Up.
Yeah, and they have a lot of energy on them. No transfuse available on that queen with a lot of energy.
Oh my god, Demi
But
even
now
loses 3 of
Demi's
his
getting dark.
Ravagers.
He does lose 3 of his Ravagers, though, and he's eating Biles.
Oh god, exactly. So a great trade here by GogojOey, but again, the arc was a little bit better for Demi, so he doesn't press his advantage.
Quote-unquote advantage, I suppose.
Yeah.
And that arc of Demi kind of indicates that.
That he does. Meanwhile, behind this, Demi's taking a 4th base, but so is GogojOey.
Just about mirroring each other once again, but here's the key difference. Demi throws down the Spire.
Oh, and this is a risky move, mate. Trying to go for a tech switch can always catch you, or it can always kill you if you're a Zerg player. But both players are maxed out. Big difference is that GogojOey is still very committed to his ground Zerg army.
Yeah, 2/2 +2 Carapace is on the way. So many Biles connect with the army of Demi. Not a good start to this engagement at all.
Oh god, yeah, exactly. It does feel like GogojOey is just trading a little bit better. Even more Biles connecting. Oh god.
Yeah, Demi does want to trade out some of his roaches so we can get some mutas out. But he's just losing too many roaches too quickly, in my opinion. GogojOey breaks into the main base.
Mate, he didn't just break in. This hit squad actually killed the Spire. The Spire that was building at the natural.
Is that natural?
Yeah. Oh my god, Demi's forced to rebuild it. Meanwhile, this army of GogojOey just has the high ground. He's just trading better in every single which way. No, the Biles!
Do connect on Demi's army. And just like this, GogojOey's up massively when it comes to the army side. The Roach War got taken out for Demi, it seems?
Yeah,
so he's forced to rebuild that. Oh my lord.
Exactly.
And he has no melee upgrades.
That run by was huge. Demi loses his 4th base. This 3rd is a little bit under threat here. GogojOey, he's maxed out. Look at the soup, mate.
It does not lie. GogojOey converging on top of this with a massive concave, and just like that, he is going to be able to tie up a series sideways 2-2. We're going to our ace match.
GG, we are going to our ace match. That hit squad of roaches was insane. I thought it was just a Spire, but you're right, he got the Roach Warren as well. That means there were no reinforcements. The only things coming out were Lings, and they were slow Lings because Demi did skip his Ling speed.
He did, didn't he? GG.
GG, well played, GogojOey. Able to just pull Demi apart there. Again, unfortunately, Demi just didn't have eyes where he needed them. He was losing a lot of creep out on the map as well. As we saw, GogojOey was doing a very good job at cleaning that up. And that meant when GogojOey did go for a bit of a run by, it took so long for Demi to get eyes on it.
Exactly. And just like that, I mean, game 1 did not look close at all. I really thought that we might get that Demi 3-0'd, and GogojOey kind of clutched it out in game number 2, and in game number 3, it just continues to go the distance. There's a very real possibility that he reverse sweeps now.
We'll see. Regardless, I'm very happy that we have gone all the way to the ace match. Game number 5 is where we are headed, and as we get into game 5, massive shout out here in the chat to Florencio. Oh my god.
Oh.
Usually we're the one rating you. I think this is the first time that Florencio's rated us. Oh my god.
Yeah, funnily enough. For once we ended our stream a little later. But yeah, welcome everybody from Florencio's chat. You are just in time for the final map here of the Grand Platypus Open number 80. This is our grand finals, and it does come down to the ace match on Glittering Ashes in the top right-hand corner of the map, spawning all the way in the top right-hand corner. Our red Zerg player coming out from the land of India. He is going to be representing Alpha X, known to many as the Shark. He is Demi.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Glittering Ashes LE, we have the Zerg player, the King of Hong Kong himself, representing the Juggernauts, clawing himself back in this series. It is GogojOey. What a game.
What a game indeed.
Oh god. Again, just a bit of a shout out to the sewer mermaid himself. I hope you had a lovely stream, Florencio. And thank you so much for the raid, mate. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Less than 3.
Less than 3.
Hold on.
It's good some. It's a good number.
There you go. Thank you. Thank you, Florencio. Thank you. As this is going to be the final game of the tournament. This is the grand finals, and this is game 5.
That it is. Well, game 4, but Demi had the 1 point advantage, so might as well take it as game 5.
It's fine. And once again, Demi's going for the Evo chamber.
He wants it to work. At least once.
Yeah, this is a risky move to do on Glittering Ashes. Again, the largest map in the map pool, but he has no fear. He wants to go for the Ling Flood. Meanwhile, this time, GogojOey not mirroring Demi.
For the first time in this series. Call me shocked.
Yeah, shooketh, mate, shooketh.
To the core.
Ooh. And now it's going to be on GogojOey to try and scout this. He is sending his Lings across the map. We'll see if he can get past the defenses of Demi and get into the main base. Once he does see this, if he sees this, then he should be throwing down that Bailey nest. It's going to be terrifying if he decides to skip it here.
It really, really will.
And I kind of like this as a...
Yeah, no, I was just going to say he may wrongfully be thinking that he can get away with not having that nest just because we're on Glittering Ashes, right?
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Demi's about to disprove that.
Like, it's a great mind game from Demi, to be honest. Just because, like, the likelihood of a player skipping Bailey Nest and going straight into a Roach Warren is pretty high on this map.
Insanely high. As a matter of fact, that's what I imagine GogojOey is going to be doing. Ooh. But no, he does throw down the Bailey Nest.
Yeah,
he
because
sense that something is wrong.
Yeah, and he's making a massive wave of Lings. Like, he wants to be the aggressor. He wants to deny the third.
Saw an opportunity, and now he's going for it. But Demi, he is joining up a little bit. Doesn't quite have the same Ling count, but he should very, very shortly.
Yeah, exactly. When it comes to Ling versus Ling, Demi will just straight up have a massive advantage in that engagement. But when you throw in Bailings there, like, that's when things just go up in the air.
And that's especially because Demi has +1 melee instead of +1 carapace. The Lings cannot survive even a single
the Queen!
A single Baneling connection. The Queen is getting pretty low. Demi doesn't want to evacuate it.
Mate, Demi, he doesn't have enough Lings. He even though he has a Baneling nest, he's not making any Banelings. He just doesn't have any. He doesn't have any time.
Exactly. Going for a bit of a Hail Mary play with the Banelings at the top of the ramp, but I'm not sure if it's gonna be enough.
Mate.
+1 melee did finish up, but it's too little too late.
Oh god! Exactly, the Lings. Oh, we do see one of the Banelings. The second Baneling is going to go off as well. The majority of the Lings. Oh my god, even the Banelings of Demi get taken out. And now the reinforcements are flooding in. And mate, GogojOey just has too much.
Far too much. A +1 melee is not helping up much at all. GogojOey had the numbers on his side to negate that and will pull off the reverse sweep. Feel sorry for the Florencio raid. They came in for a 4-minute game. Very well played by GogojOey.
GG, well played. Congratulations, GogojOey. He is going to be our GPO champion. And in what a game as well. Like, Demi, unfortunately, he was focusing a little bit too much on his economy. He was actually droning up, which makes sense because he wanted to hit a timing with +1 melee. But GogojOey hit before that really kicked in.
Well before that, mate. Almost Demi-esque from GogojOey.
Yeah, exactly. That's so brutal there. Unfortunately, Demi, he was planning to go for a big Ling Flood, but again, he just couldn't get into the swing of things, and the Ling Bane of GogojOey just overwhelmed Demi before he could get his upgrades underway. Wow, what a game, and just like, what a reverse sweep as well from GogojOey.
Exactly. I was so hyped for Demi, man. He beat GogojOey for the first time in 2021.
Yeah.
In the upper bracket finals. He looked poised to beat him again, taking a quick victory in the first game, going to match point. But GogojOey, to quote GogojOey, I should say, now that you see Supremo Micah, he knows a lot of weird stuff.
He does, mate. He does. And like you, I was also very terrified that maybe that Demi was going to just take a 3-0. Like, it was looking that way, to be honest, especially with the way that Game 3 went. If you recall, where GogojOey lost all of his lings as well. It was on Pride of Altaris.
Yep.
But yeah, the comeback was real, and that's the momentum that GogojOey needed for him to come back in this series and become our champion once again.
So a little push is all he needs. It'll go all the way. It's like a speed bump in Mario Kart, I suppose, or a speed zone on Beckett Industries. That isn't in the map pool. It's in the ladder map pool, not in the competitive map pool.
Oh god, exactly. And with that, shout out to Calibre in the chat as well. You know, the Juggernauts, they have done it once again. Despite, honestly, having a very close series, the Juggernauts are still our Grand Platypuses.
Yeah. I mean, I know technically Juggernauts wasn't a thing until very, very recently. It wasn't a team until about a month or two ago, but retroactively, 2021 GPOs have been won by Juggernauts, by a player from Juggernaut every single time.
Oh yeah.
Whether it's Beastork, GogojOey, or Miomaika.
Congratulations. Well played. My condolences to Miomaika, as he did have more of a rough time this week. But to be fair, mate, he's the one who off-raced.
He put it on himself. Yeah.
He
put that on himself.
He really did. So yeah, as one of the Juggernauts falls, the other rises up a little bit more there. Also, a bit of a shout out to Beastork as well. Beastork honestly had a really close series as well.
GogojOey.
Yeah, against GogojOey. Like, there's a world where maybe GogojOey would have been knocked down instead.
Yeah, there's a world where our finals would have been Demi versus Beastork.
That's very true. Very true. So yeah, all of our players.
I'm sure his best of one with Miomaika was also incredibly close, or at least as close as can be.
Definitely. And with that, again, congratulations to all of our C boys who participated today. Unfortunately, very little ANZ representation. Typically, like our regulars like Oreo and Starduck. Unfortunately, Starduck, he has a DGen sleep schedule, and Oreo was unable to participate today. Feels bad, man, but they should be here in the coming weeks. Yeah, especially because, fun fact, Oreo is like probably, especially because Pez took a bit of a back seat. Oreo is now like the most active Australian StarCraft player.
He is poised to go far in ANZ Champs this season, which will be returning on Friday.
Yes, 3 days in a row. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, ANZ Champs will be going on. It's going to be a little bit brutal because of the back-to-back broadcasts. I'm going to try my best. But, yeah, it's going to be brutal, mate. It's going to be brutal. Because of that, we won't have some of our usual casts. Like, we're not going to be doing ESL Asia, for example, because of ANZ Champs. Shaking my head. Oh, God. But, yeah, mate, thank you so much, Yaku, for joining me today. Thank you for joining me for the cast.
Yes, thank you for allowing me some freedom in this hospital.
You're welcome.
I know where I was going to that.
God damn it. Oh, God. Yaku, if people want to see more of you, mate, you're not going to be streaming this week, are you?
I'm not going to be streaming at all. I have something I need to take care of. IRL.
That's fair.
But it's potentially good news.
Yep. It's all good. But Yaku, if they could, where would that be, mate? Where would that be?
Twitch.tv/Yakuzaku1. I will announce when I go live there. If I go live there, we're at twitter.com/EmporeYakuzaku. And if I don't, then the bot will announce it in !Discord, our Cranky Ducklings Discord server. I'm there, Light is there, GogojOey's there, Demi's there, Kuro's there, Steel is there. So right, everybody, wish Steel a happy birthday because I forgot to do that yesterday.
God damn it, Yaku. Yeah, Steel is 93 years old, so make sure you wish him a happy birthday because we don't know how many more years he has ahead of him. Oh boy.
He's gonna get real weird with it.
But yes, follow us on all the social medias. As you can see, !socials in the chat if you want to have a look at our Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We have our YouTube channel where all of our VODs are uploaded, and we also have our Discord channel. If you want to support us, you can support us here on our Twitch or Patreon as well. All the money we make here on Twitch and Patreon goes towards the tournaments that we cast, and also our team members as well. As we do have our pro roster in Oceania and Latin America and North America as well. So yeah, it's thanks to our supporters on Twitch that we're able to kind of make that happen.
That we are. If we get more of them, we may potentially, and make no promises here, and the chances of it happening soon are pretty slim, but potentially we might have another weekly.
Oh yeah. Kura and I we've been working on a name for it as well for the past couple of weeks. We've been trying to piece it together.
Oh.
But yeah, exciting times ahead. Exciting times.
And you can contribute to that. What's up? Our ! Patreon pledge. Exactly.
And with that, I think we're done for today. Mate, do you have anything else you want to add? Anything you want to say?
I'm tempted to call up my sister right now because she almost burned down the kitchen to the middle of the cast, but I won't do that.
What do you mean? Was it like a smoke alarm going off? Like, what was happening? Like, what?
We don't have smoke alarms, but there's a lot of smoke coming into my room right now. Pretty sure she burnt a steak or something.
How do you burn steak? What?
Ask her!
I like the idea of like we're in the middle of a cast and then like smoke starts coming in and you're like, oh god.
It did start wafting in. It's actually hard to breathe.
The Bailings are coming in. You just ignore it.
The Hellions!
Oh god. Shaking my head, Yaku's sister shaking my head. How do you burn steak?
Ask
like
her.
The only way that I can think of that happening is that if she like, I don't know, if she like started frying steak and then she just like left the room.
Well, the last time I observed her, she like filled the pan halfway with olive oil. And then just left the steak on there. And set the heat to high.
And then she just like went to her room.
Pretty much.
God.
It's like, it'll cook through.
God damn it. Shaking my head, mate. Shaking my head. But
I guess it did. Yeah. I guess it did help with reminding me to breathe.
It's always a good reminder. Yeah. Shout out to Yaku's sister. Thanks everyone for watching. Massive shout out to Florencio again. Thank you so much for the raid. Shout out to Calibre and the Juggernauts for their win here this week. And we will see you for our next broadcast tomorrow. TSL Korea qualifier number 3.
The final one for Korea.
The final one, mates. If you want to tune into more Southeast Asian players, GogojOey and Miyamaika and Beastork will be there in those qualifiers as well, and we will do our best.
Yeah, Calibre will make sure of that.
He'll make sure. He'll whip him up. He'll whip him. So they will be there. We'll be there to again provide as much coverage as we can. Also, best wishes to Ender, as Calibre is saying, is letting us know that Ender is a little bit under the weather today at the moment. So hopefully he is able to recover.
Good luck.
Best of luck. And we will see you tomorrow. Ciao.
Bella.
Whoa.